What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Hope you are doing good. So I have, there's no we in here. Yeah, Lilo's not in the chair. I've got some exciting news. Well, it's exciting for me. It means nothing to you. I've got a new plan. For the first time in 6 months, 7 months, 7 months, 8 months even, 8 months. For the first time in 8 months, I've got a new training plan. I've got some new targets. I've got a new split, and I've got a new coach, which is really, really cool. So I've spent the last literally 8 months kind of doing my own thing, coasting along, training consistently, keeping my food at a sort of constant level, keeping my weight stable. Just whilst everything's been, I'm not gonna lie, ridiculously busy, and I've not been able to prioritize this as much as I would normally like to. But now things are starting to settle, we're in a good position again. So, practicing what I preach, I've got myself a new coach sorted out, and the new plan is through, and I'm enjoying it. I've done 2 out of the 4 workouts of the new plan so far, and we've got a bit of a new goal, so I'm going to tell you all about it. But I am in a bit of a rush today, so I can't sit in here gabbing too much because I need to get on with it. So we're going to head in. It is back and hammies today, which I've not done a back and hammies split for 10 years at least. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're on RDLs first, see what we can do, and then onto a bit of back work. So we best crack on. I just need to pinch my nose and finish this, and then we'll see you in there. Oh, that is not good. So for this session, we have got RDLs to begin with, obviously. 2 sets, 1 set 5 to 8, 1 set all 8 to 10. Then we're on to a seated hamstring curl to finish hamstrings off, 3 sets of 10 to 15. I have a lying hamstring curl on my full leg day. And then we've got a standing machine row single arm, which is literally my favourite movement, probably in this gym. Close grip pull down, 3 sets of 10 to 15, same on the standing row as well. Then upper back machine row, 3 sets of 10 to 15. Finishing off with calves, which I am not going to do today because I'm still struggling to put my heels flat to the floor from calves on my leg day. So I'm going to add those on to my next workout to make sure I don't miss them. So we've got 5 exercises in total, back and hamstrings. Warming up now, see if we can work up towards 130, 140 on the RDLs and see how that feels.
Dame la plata, plata. Cash, cash, cash. Get money, get money. It's bam, bam, bam. Hey, it's bam, bam. She wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna take this beat on cam. Like, hold up. She wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. 4 lines are better, I pull up. Papi te paga los biles, nada más que quiero ese culo. Prefiere el sexo conmigo que yo te lo meto bien duro. I bought a Benz straight from the trap, I don't like paying no taxes. I don't need friends, solo una mami, papi te enseño what racks is. Me and my bitch, we got a bitch, yeah we treat her like a pet. She keep it G, she keep it tranqui, but she be down with the set. Ay, me and my bitch, we got a bitch, yeah we treat her like a pet. Ay, EBK if you all in the way, you in the field with a vet. Ay, bam bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna check this beat on cam. Like, hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. 4 lines are better, I pull up. Ay, bam bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna check this beat on cam. Like.
So the new plan then is, what it was going to be was just a continuous gain, or start to push food up anyway. A bit more into the game because I've been kind of maintaining for a little while now. Start to push food into the gain for the rest of the year, and then diet down at the start of next year and see how we're looking. But with starting with the new coach, condition's not in a bad spot, but it's definitely the point now where abs are starting to disappear. And what we've decided, or what's been decided, and I do agree with because it makes sense, is we're actually going to go into a little bit of a mini cut for 4 to 6 weeks, just really short, because I don't need to diet to get leaner. But the reason why we're doing it is because with the introduction of this new training split, there should be enough of a stimulus, it should make me sore enough and enough of a new challenge on the body that I should still be able to, on the calories I'm on, keep building muscle for the first 2 or 3 weeks. So it makes sense if that's going to be happening anyway, I might as well diet down for a little bit, re-tidy up, get a little bit leaner and put myself into a more favourable position to then continue the game for longer, be able to push food up a little bit higher and hopefully build a little bit more muscle. So that's what the plan is going to be, or has started as last week. I'm down to 2,800 calories from 32, so again it's a relatively small drop, 400 calories a day, and that's just a flat rate across the week. No refeed days, no off-plan meals, no cardio, just 2,800 calories, 220 grams of protein, and about 10k steps. I've dropped just over half a kilo in the first week. That'll just be glycogen and water, it won't be anything crazy. But we're going to run that for the next 4 to 6 weeks, see how I tidy up, see how I change, and then go back into a long gaining phase for the rest of the year, all being well, before looking at a potential photo shoot diet in 2026, which was the original plan anyway. So that's where we're currently at the minute. Ari, the plan going forward. 2 more exercises to go.
Hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. Phone lines are better, I pull up. Vestido Mbappé, rich como Mbappé. I can never let her up stop me. In the backseat, I'm with your bitch. Si me encanta ese topic. Windows black, that's a fact. She don't even mind getting sloppy. Shooter outside, holding the mat. Si le digo dispara y like copy. Ábrame la ventana para ventilar este humo. Fuck you, Mr. Officer. Soy un trap star, so you know. Fumo, bebo, vendo. ¿Qué le digo? Pa'l carajo ese celdo. Bam, bam, she wanna flip for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna take this beach on cam. Like, hold up, she wanna swallow this pull up. Soon as I bust, I'ma roll up. Phone lines are better, I pull up. Dame la plata, plata. Cash, cash, cash. Get money, get money. It's bam, bam, bam. It's bam, bam. She wanna flick for the gram. Todas esas putas saben who I am, so she wanna take this beach on cam. Like, hold up.
And I think this is where it's important to call myself out, because I mean you can probably see it from the lack of vlogs that have been happening. Like, I haven't been as consistent or as motivated as I was planning on being. I've still been training every week, still been mindful of my food, still knowing what's been going in, but there hasn't been that big drive or motivation or anything like that there was when I first started this game. And that's normal, it happens. I think being transparent, that's why I've got myself a coach sorted again, because it's already given me that kick motivation wise to get back on it. Even just these sessions this past week, I felt much more motivated, much more up for it, excited for what's coming, excited for what we can do. Like, it, plans aside, instantly can make that difference to like how you're feeling and your motivation and stuff. Quite enjoyed that, to be fair. First time doing that session on the new training block. Hit 140 RDLs for 6, I think it was, which I'm pretty pleased with. First of a 12-week block, or maybe longer, see how we go. That's pretty good, but it was muggy as all in there. You can probably tell by the state of me. I cannot train well in here. I mean, I probably can, I just don't like it. I'll just whine about it like a little bitch, but there you go. It's not even that hot today, but it's still really muggy in the gym, like disgustingly. But the session did actually go pretty well. And the best thing about this is that I am literally in and out of the gym within 50, 60 minutes max with these workouts, which is, for me, ideal. I don't want to be spending any longer, really, than an hour there unless I have to. So it is ideal. So on that note, I'll go and have a shower. I won't bring you with me for that. Don't want to give you a laugh. And my magnetic strip that the camera's attached to just failed on me. That was fun. So I'll get back, have a shower, and then I'll show you through what the rest of this new training block looks like, and have something to eat at the same time. Okay, excuse the red face and wet hair, just got out of the shower. Back home, post-workout is in there. We have literally got some, can you see that? Some Choco Hoops, basically cheap Weetos. I would argue just as good. And the only ones that you can get from like Lidl and Aldi that are terrible are their Cocoa Pops, or Choco something they call them, I think. Choco Puffs maybe. Rank. Complete waste of money. The only decent one is the Cocoa Pops, but these are actually pretty good. So 75 grams of these with some protein powder, Perform, chocolate. I think it's the Dubai chocolate one actually, which is okay. It's nothing special. Let's have a look at this new training block. This isn't what it looked like when it got sent over to me from my own coach. I've just put it into my own training plan template so that I can keep an eye on it, and it makes it easy for me to see. So what we've got are 4 sessions a week. Like I said, I don't get there any more than 4 times a week because A, I struggle for time, B, I just don't really enjoy going that frequently. 4 sessions a week is pretty good. The focus for this block is going to be a little bit on rear delts and on chest. A bit more on upper body push really. So what we've got is a lower body session first, which is line hamstring curl, Smith machine back squat, hack squats, leg press, and if I've got some footage from when I did this the other day, I'll overlay it on top of this if I can find it, with some seated calf raises. Now you can see this is all pretty heavy squat pattern movements. It is a killer. Like I'm still sore from this, and I think I did it last Friday. It's now Monday. Still very sore from this. Did this on Saturday. Is chest, triceps, and side delts. So again, a little bit of a different split to what I'm really used to doing. I'm used to push pull legs, upper lower, that kind of thing. But chest, triceps, and side delts. We've got an incline Smith chest press, one of my favorite chest movements. Flat machine chest press, some dips which I've not had in a rotation for quite a long time. So it's nice to work them back in and see how much I can load them with. Into some dumbbell skull crushers, and then some dumbbell side raises to finish on that. And then we've got back and hammies, which I've literally just done, which you've seen. RDL, seated hamstring curl, which I didn't get a chance to film because it was very busy and I didn't fancy getting literally 10 other people in the shop. Standing machine row, single arm, close grip pull down, upper back machine row, and then again finishing on the standing calf raise, which I didn't do today because, like I said, my calves are still in absolute bits from the lower session. So I'm going to add these on to chest, biceps, and rear delts, which will be later this week. I mean, it's Monday now. I don't really get a chance to train again now until maybe Wednesday on the rare occasion, but more often not, it'll be Thursday or Friday. Flat dumbbell chest press, seated dumbbell shoulder press, pec deck, reverse pec deck, preacher curl, and a barbell curl to finish. Again, you can see it's pretty standard with the sets and the reps. There's nothing too crazy here. A couple of rest pauses, a couple of drop sets, but it's high sets, high reps, playing around with some high volume at the minute, seeing what my body can sort of work with and recover from, to see where that sort of threshold's at. So I've done the first 3 sessions now. I've got my final session to get boxed off here, and then we will start, all being well, in following weeks to be able to see the volume progression and where I'm improving and everything like that. So going to be looking forward to seeing what we can do there. But that is the current training block. That's a bit of an update of where we are at, the adjusted goal going forward. It's not really an adjusted goal because it's still the goal of a 2026 photo shoot, but the slightly adjusted approach with the new coach, which I have already felt so much more excited for and motivated about. So that's where we're currently at. A little bit of a 4 to 6 weeks tidy up, which as usual, I'm going to document so you can see the changes. I'm not expecting to see the same amount of change in the next 4 to 6 weeks as I did in January when I did the sort of softer shredded diet and lost about 7 kilos, because we're not going to go that aggressive. But it'd be interesting to see what changes do happen anyway. So I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Download Softer Shredded if you haven't already. It's free. It's 6 weeks, free fat loss plan, individualized targets, training plans, everything like that. Just click below. You can go and grab it yourself and get started with it whenever you're ready. And apart from that, I'll catch you in the next one.